Goes like this. We're testing the BBC though, a down close on this bar. 78.9 is the high, 78.5 would be the low on that. Okay, and down close on this. Nope, we got red on the cycle now, so that's not going to work. It's got to close all the way down below the trend line now. On the gold right here, 94.4. That works. All right, I just shorted 94.3. It's a momentum trade. Stop at break even right away. Start locking in profit. Okay, so I'm flat the gold with a couple of ticks. And on the Russell, it's got to close below that trend line, but who the heck knows? Okay, now on the Russell, we got something. Okay, 78.1 is the high, 77.7 would be the low. Okay, 77 points. A down close at 77.7 is what we needed. But now let's move this thing over. Right there, 77.5. 77.5. I just shorted right here. I just shorted 77.7. Okay. That's 3. That's where my stop should be. Okay, so I'm short 77.7 on the Russell. Now there it goes, and I'm locking in 6 ticks profit. Here, I'll slide it over so you can see. 10 ticks profit, and I'm out with 13. And the crude oil setting up a trade. Okay, down close on this bar on the crude would be a short trade. 65.77 is high, 65.73 would be a short. Back over here on the Russell, cycle's going up too steep for me to want to short it. Cycle's going up too steep for me to want to short it there. Nothing on the soybeans, nothing on natural gas, and we got to change this trend line over here on the crude. Okay. All right. Now when I say the cycle is going up too steep, what I mean is this portion of the slingshot is the cycle. And it's going up at greater than a 45-degree angle. So I don't want to short against that. All right. So that's what I mean. Eddie and Bob. And anybody else, who is in here that's on the free trial, even if it's not your first day? Who is in here who's still on the free trial? You can save me having to go look through the list. The only people who can see your name and anything you type, me and Bert. Actually, right now it's just me. It's usually me, Bert, and Dwayne. But, okay, Marianne. Marianne, you and your husband are, right? Daniel, good. Calvin. Oh, Calvin, you're not on the trial anymore. Carl, Tom, okay. Thanks, guys. I just want to, those of you who have been in here, for a couple of days this week, do you understand what's going on kind of now? 77.9. Up close at 77.9 on the Russell would be a long trade. Okay, we didn't get the up close, we got a down close. Good. No trade over here, guys. And over here I said this should be getting up to 18. It's just about up to 18. It came, it stopped me out before it went, but okay. Oh, that was you. Okay. All right. All right, so we got a little bit of chop in all these places right here. You see how we have bullish divergence when we're trading below the BBC? That's a cycle reset. The first But this, James, last night you asked about the first trade after a cycle reset. This would be the first long trade after a cycle, or during a cycle reset. I think this is a cycle reset, so what we should see is price move all the way down below here right now. Okay, that should drag the cycle down, and then you'll be doing some more short trades. Okay, that's what you should be seeing here. Okay, you guys remember the zones we had? 73, 74, 75, and 76. 75 and 76 were the good ones, right? 73 and 74 were the ones that we got to take off, right? Do you remember? Soybeans got up almost up to 18, and they're pulling back now. They should get up to 20 if they close above 18. Okay, this is a bit of a momentum trade right here on the Russell. I'm not going to take it right now. I'll look for a deeper pullback and full slingshot. This over here on the crude would be a little bit of a momentum trade too if you got the up close right here. 65.86 is the low, 65.90 will be the high on the crude. Okay, 65.90 would, an up close at 65.90 would be a momentum long trade. Oh, good, it didn't close up. I'd rather have it close down. Get some good divergence. That's some good stuff set up here. 1624 is the low, 1720, 1625 is the low, 1725 is going to be the high on that soybeans. They should be getting up to 18. Crude close, yeah, it is going right into dynamic resistance right there. That is true. And this could also be a cycle reset here on the crude. You know, I'm long the soybeans, guys. Just got long the soybeans. 17.5. All right, stop at break even on that. And they should be getting up to 20. There's a huge difference right now in the soybeans between the bid and the ask. Huge difference. So there's got to be some big numbers up here. Yeah, 20 right there is where it wants to go. So look for it to get right up to 20 here. Okay, on the soybeans. We're in at 17.5. Stops at break even. Take my original stop off. And wow. Yeah, the Russell. The Russell had, well, I had a momentum trade right here. Another momentum trade right there, going right into the zone. Over here on the crude, we didn't get the higher close on that last one. This would be a momentum trade here. 65.89. You would be looking at, never mind. It's closed down. All right. Did anybody get into that Russell over there? You killed it? Excellent. Excellent, Harold. Sweet. If we tap the BBC here, look at this big order right here. There's more in this one order. There's 3 times in this one level right here than there is over here on the bid. That's where it wants to get up to, right there. Come on, get up there. It's trying to get up to 20. You hear my stomach, Frank? Russell had, yeah, the Russell had, this is actually a 164 short from right here. Calvin. Okay. I really want to see the soybeans move up before they stop me out at break even here. You know, I've been sitting there with my stop at break even for a little bit now. All right, it took me out at break even. Well, now it's pulling back. It still wants to go up to 20, but now sadly our entry is going to be from a higher point. This up close right here on crude is a long trade at 84. Okay, and I'm in at 85. One more tick and I'll move my stop to break even. See, this is 4 ticks right there. Right there is 4 ticks. So stop to break even on the crude. And should get up above 91 right here. We should go up above 91. Okay, and there it goes. I'm going to lock in a little profit right here in case it has trouble at 91. All right, so I got 4 ticks profit locked in case we have trouble right here at dynamic resistance. Okay, and we got 4 out of that. What was it? Crude oil, right? Okay, and on the beans, this is what the trend line looks like now. We got long there, and we got flat there. Oh, man, and I had breakfast. All right, this down close over here on the Russell, I can't really tell if that hit the BBC. I think it's pulling the BBC down into it. This could be a cycle reset right here, but I look for a down close on this bar. Nope, we didn't get it. Okay, so now this is what your trend line's looking like that. All right, and I think this is a cycle reset over here on the Russell. All right, so currently we're +4 on crude, we're +23 on the Russell, we're -3 on gold, -8 on gas, and -8 on beans. So what is that? 270, 240, 140, 60. Oh, we're positive anyway. This down close right here on gold is a short trade, 94.5. I'm trying 94.4. Not filled yet. Now I'm filled. Okay, so I'm short gold right there at 94.4. Looking for the green line to turn down and get down into the cycle on the gold. We didn't put in a higher swing here on the crude, so we're not taking any more long trades until we get a close above that level right there. Okay. It's 9:54. I didn't go and look at the news events for today yet. See what actually happened. Unemployment rate's 5.8%. Trade balance minus 43.4 billion. Wow. Non-farm employment change is way up. So that looks good for the economy. 10 o'clock we have factory orders, and 3 o'clock we have consumer credit. So we do have, we have a medium impact coming up here. On the gold, stop to break even on that. Okay, stop to break even on that gold short. It went 4 ticks in profit. Okay, it didn't close below the MA1, but it went 4 ticks in profit. That's why the stop went to break even. Okay, I didn't notice the Russell over here, but this down close on the Russell would have been a short trade. Okay, a down close of the current bar would also be a short trade. It's got a high of 81. It's going to have a low of 80.6. And there it is. The low of 80.6 dropped down to 80.2, and it's already below the MA1. So your stop should have been a break even, and you should be out of this thing at break even. I'm not even sure that yeah, arguably that's the place to do it. See, the gold didn't put in a lower swing. Crude didn't put in a higher swing. Soybeans, 1776 is a low, 1775 is a low, 1750 is a low, 1850 will be the high. So Marianne, did you get everything all straightened out? All the information you needed to get? Okay, 1725 is a low, 1825 would be the high. And up close at 1825 would be a long trade here on the soybeans. We needed to put in a lower swing from this short here on the gold. We didn't get one. Nothing's trending right here. We can't go long on the Russell because the Russell and the ES are both at weekly trading zones. Okay. All right, on the gold, we've tested the BBC. We did put in a lower swing. Now we've tested the BBC. Right there, that down close at 93.9. It's a short trade on the gold. Okay. Right there at 93.9 is a short trade. I'm in at 93.8. Okay. Close below the MA1 or 4 ticks profit, whichever happens first. My charts froze, but my DOMs didn't. I don't know what just happened there. I just got an error message over here on the side. All right. I just got flat on that and break even on the gold. Hang on a second, guys. I gotta stop the thing right here. My charts just froze. What time is the trade recap? Dan, it'll probably be between 12 and 12:30 today. Okay, I just paused the screen because something is messed up with my charts right here. I'm trying to figure it out. I think I may need to shut them off and bring them back up. Do file, workspaces, save as. Okay, just a second, guys. My charts just froze. I'm right back up in a minute. Oh, yours are frozen too, Richard? Oh, we have a news event right now too. Okay, hang on. I'm restarting my DT Pro. There. Okay. Workspaces open. That one open. Now hopefully this is gonna have all my things. Yeah, I don't think it's got to do with my computer, Frank. I had an error message that just popped up on another monitor. I think that's what it's got to do with. Yeah, okay. We're back in business. It's coming back up now. I think. Slowly. Now the slingshots have to come in, populate. Okay, so on this gold over here, I took a break even on that. This down close right here on the Russell at 78.9. That is a short over there. It had already gone 4 ticks, so if you didn't get into it, it would be too late to get into it now because it had already gone 4 ticks. It's not a momentum short. It's just a regular short. Okay. 4 ticks. 5. Okay. When I say 78.9, right in there. Now, that's what we got. Oops, I haven't recorded yet. Yeah, I'll start the recording. Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, the 5th day of December, 2014. Yeah, I just started the recording at 10:03. So far, we have 4 ticks profit on crude oil, 28 ticks profit on the Russell. We're down 3 on gold, down 8 on gas, and down 8 on beans. And it took us 5 minutes and 3 trades to get to our goal for the day of $100 a contract. Let's see. There we go. And this up close over here, we're not really trending over here on the crude. Remember before I said I want to get a close up above here before we start going long again a little while ago? I had drawn that level in there. I still want to see a close up above there before we go long. Okay. An up close here on the gold would be a long trade though. 3.6 is the low. 94 would be the high. Yeah, 94 right there. If you get an up close on the gold, that would be a long trade. And I got my finger on the trigger. Ding ding. Okay. Stop to break even. And I'm flat. Break even. Oh, that was tough. Yeah, we want to see crude close up above this level. All right, it's almost there. Let me draw that in. Right there. To right there, sadly. All right, we got the close up there on the crude now. Soybeans didn't pull away after the cross right here. All right, so that could just be a cycle reset. On the crude, this is what it looks like. Okay. I had my finger on the trigger there, Steve. There were only 3 people on the bid, or 3 contracts on the bid. One of those was mine. One was probably yours. I got lucky. All right. Now the ES is right below its zone. So I'm not going to want to go long on the Russell right here. I really do want to go long on the Russell, but I'm not going to go long on the Russell because it's against my rules. All right. The gold needs to close above this trend line. It's got low 94.1. We'll have a high right there, 94.5. All right. I just jumped in at 94.4 on the gold. I'm long 94.4 on the gold. Okay, and stop should be down here, 0.6. It is. Who keeps calling me? Oops, I didn't mean to move that up. I meant to move this up. Okay, this is our new trend line. If we get an up close on this bar and the cycle stays blue, it would be a long trade here for the crude. 86 is the low, 90 is going to be the high on that. Okay, 90 is going to be the high. So, okay, it closed down. Now I got to take that order off. Did you see my order was on at 91 right there, Steve? Now we need an up close above the trend line because that's going to turn red. Over here on the soybeans, we didn't get a pull away after the cross, so I'm not going short. We're still in the gold, apparently. We need a close above the MA1 or 4 ticks profit, whichever happens first. Close above the MA1 or 4 ticks profit. Okay. Yeah, we can't go long on the Russell because the ES is too close to the zone. This right here, sorry, I messed this up over here. 89 was the spot to get long on the crude, right there at 89. I thought the cycle was going to be red, but it was blue. Okay. And natural gas is pulling back. Now this is the way it should go. Natural gas should be going down and the crude should be going up. That's the way it typically works. Okay. As much as I wanted to take this long trade over here on the Russell, it just didn't, and my rules stopped me. We're still in this gold so far. We want to see a close above the MA1 so we can get the risk off. Okay, but right now it's consolidating a little bit right here at this level. Hopefully it's doing a consolidation before a move up. Hopefully it's going to move up here to dynamic resistance. The natural gas, we need to down close below the trend line. I'm going to slide that off to the side. And we got nothing over there on the soybeans. Yeah, I'll do it like that. This is gas and this is beans. Okay. Does anybody have any questions right now? Those of you guys who are in here for the first time today. Okay, right there I can move my stop to break even on the gold finally. Oops. And I was just going to slide it up and lock in a tick profit, but it just took me out of break even again. All right. Those of you guys who are in here for the first time, I'm going to go over the rules here. Okay, I'm going to go over the rules and you'll be able to figure it out.
What's going on, Mike?
Hey Bert, not much. What's happening?
Nah, not much.
Good morning, Bert.
Hey, Dwayne's here too. Hey, the gang's all here. Did you see that drop there on the crude?
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Well, the natural gas, we were looking for a drop like that on the natural gas, but we didn't get it. Over here on the soybeans, I think we got a cycle reset going on, so we're not going to take anything over there. Over here on the Russell, we were looking for short trades, but we don't have any divergence yet. Over here on the gold, it's just really congested right here. We've had 2 break-even trades in the last 15 minutes. And what was I saying? I was saying I was going to show you guys what the trade setups are. That's what I was saying, I think. Okay, here. I want to have good examples of both of them before I actually do. Well, this one right here is an example of one. And this one over here is actually, I should have been short up here, not down here on that one. Okay, so gold has the bounce off the BBC. Gold has 3 bounces off the BBC right there that I can use. Over here we need, because the cycle is blue, down here we need a down close below the trend line because the cycle is blue. All right. The soybeans, I'm still looking for them to go up, but we'll see. They're consolidating right here. The Russell is back up above the BBC. We can't go long because the ES is too close to the zone. BBC stands for Bull Bear Cross. Marianne, Bull Bear Cross. When the MA1 crosses above the BBC, it's bullish. When it crosses below it, it's bearish. That's why. We were super creative with our names. The MA1, that used to be the CFRN what was it? The CFRN, Christian Financial Radio Network moving average number 1. It's what it used to be. And yeah, Steve, you should be there until you're consistent. And then once we started doing the webinars and stuff, we realized I couldn't say, now when the Christian Financial Radio moving average number 1 crosses down below the BBC, you want to be short. And when you get it, we needed quick acronyms. MA1, BBC, Green Line, Cycle, things like that. Try to limit it to 2 syllables, if you can. Does the color of the BBC matter? Well, the BBC is always green, Frank. So, yeah, it does matter. You like it to be green. You know that. All right. Now on the gold, we did put in a higher swing, so it is trending up. And up close on this bar, 94.8 is low, 95.2 will be the high on the gold. All right, so I'm looking for an up close there at 95.2. And I'm in at 95.4. I had a buy stop on at 95.3 and it slipped me into 95.4. Okay, so we'll close above the MA1 or 4 ticks profit, whichever happens first, and I'll move the stop to break even. Okay. My stop should be right there. That's 8 ticks. And I'm stopped out of gold. Gold, where's gold? There it is. I've been back and forth a lot on this gold. Still can't go long on the Russell. All right, on the natural gas over here, guys. 714 is the high of this. 710 will be the low. So a down close there at 710 on the gas would be a short trade. Okay, down close at 710 on the gas would be a short trade. Nothing here on the crude right now. Okay, nothing here on the crude because the black step line is crossed above the BBC. Nothing here on the gold because it's crossed below the BBC. Nothing on the Russell because we're below an ES zone. Dear Michael, dear Michael. All right. Again, on the Russell, we're below a weekly trading zone on the ES. I would like to have gone long there, but we can't. Still looking for the down close over there on the natural gas at 710. And no trade here on the soybeans. Oops. Missed. We got the down close on the natural gas. I'm short 710 on the gas. It is 710. No, I'm short 709. Sorry. 709 on the gas. Okay. We're below the MA1, so it's a momentum trade. So as soon as we get profit in it, we got to move our stop to break even. Okay. As soon as we start getting some profit in that gas trade, stop to break even. It should get down below 704. Okay, that's where it should go down to. Okay, we've got a cycle reset happening here on the crude, it looks like. Or attempted cycle reset happening on the crude. Stop to break even on the gas. Alright, it's just about down to 704 right now. So I'm going to lock in 1 tick profit on that. Here's the gas. Green line getting down into the cycle. Right here is 704, it's the prior swing low. Alright, it might bounce off that, so I'm going to lock in 3 ticks profit right now. I'd like to see it break through it, but it might bounce off it. We have, okay, this isn't dynamic support anymore. We now have dynamic resistance printing up here, so hopefully we're going to go right down through that. Alright. Where am I in? 09. 5 ticks profit locked in. And 7. 8. That gets us back to break even on the gas. Alright. So 8 ticks profit there on the gas. Okay. Did anybody take that with me? You got 5 out of that, Richard? Good. And Greg, you got some out of that too. Alright, you saw what I was looking at though when I got into the trade, right? I was looking down here at the prior swing low and at dynamic support. When I saw it didn't print a dot right here, I looked up here to see they had resistance. So I thought it would go through that. Good. Alright. A down close on this bar on crude would be a short trade. I don't think it's going to close down though. I don't think so. Actually, it wouldn't be a short trade. The ES is now finally up above its zone, so we can start looking at the Russell here for possible long trades. Okay, gold is pulling back, and it does have a lower swing in place. Gold doesn't have a whole lot of follow-through right now, though. Where are we on gold? On gold, we are minus 11 ticks. Okay, so right now on the day, we are plus 4 on crude, plus 28 on the Russell, minus 11 on gold. We now break even on gas and minus 8 on soybeans. So we have minus 210 plus 280, that's plus 70. We're plus a little over $100 a contract right now. Okay, still early yet though. It's not even an hour into it yet. Alright. That down close right there would have been the spot if we still had some divergence, but we ran out of divergence there on the crude. Over here on the gold, this down close right here at 93.8 is a spot, but it's right there at the dynamic support. I'd like to see it break the dynamic support here, but it's right there at dynamic support. I don't usually let that play into my trades, so I'm not doing it this time either. 93.8 is my entry. Okay. 93.8. We need to close below the MA1 or 4 ticks profit to move the stop to break even. All right. Over here on the crude, 44. down close at 44 would be a short. Okay, on the gold, close of the current bar, down close of the current bar, stop will go to break even. On the crude, that's changed. It was 46 it changed to. Okay. And I'm looking around, nothing on the Russell. On the crude, guys, I got in at 45 and it just went down. I thought it went down far enough. It just took me out of break even. The gold stop is going to break even. Okay, I got in and out here at 45 on the crude. On the gold, the stop is at break even. Okay, I'm actually gonna lock in a tick here on the gold since we're down quite a bit on the gold. And I'm flat with a tick on the gold. Taking a lot of trades to be down 10 ticks on gold. Yeah, not a lot of follow through over there. All right. Okay, so let me show you the trade setups, right? I'm going to go through this for the guys who are in here for the first time. For the guys who are in here for the first time, I believe gold is where we had all these. These are the rules to trading off the BBC. Okay, there's two types of trades. One is the bounce off the BBC, and one is after it bounces off the BBC, continuation trades. Okay, so what you're looking for is this. Is 0164 setting up on the gas? It already set up, Pete. It was from right here. It would have been right there. Okay, the other one was from right over here and right there. All right, so what you're looking for here is the MA1, which is the red and blue line on price. Red and blue line on price. That has to cross over the BBC. That's step one. Step two, price pulls at least one tick away. Step three, price comes back down and touches the BBC. All right, it touches it. Now, down here in the bottom, the entry is on the up close. Okay, after it touches the BBC, it's on the up close. Now, that whole bar can be down here. As long as the black step line is still above the BBC, you can still go long. But the entry is on the up close. After prices touch the BBC, it's on the up close. But down here, you have to have divergence between this green line and the cycle portion in the slingshot. The cycle portion is the red and blue portion right here. Okay, and this is the green line. So you've got to have divergence between those two. When I say divergence, that means the green line's got to have moved away from it. It doesn't matter what direction the green line is going in, but it's got to have moved away from it. What you anticipate whenever this happens is that the green line is going to turn up and go up into the cycle again. When it gets up to the cycle again, it should do it all over again. Pull back and do the whole thing over again, like we did right here. Okay? Now this is the bounce off the BBC. The cycle has to be the right color. Okay? If the cycle's not the right color, like on this one, then you have to wait for a close above the trend line. All right? Or like this one over here, you got to wait for a close above the trend line. This was a close below the trend line. This over here was a close below the trend line. Right here would have been a close below the trend line. This was a bounce off the BBC on crude. Okay, but you see we're doing the same exact thing over and over and over again. On the soybeans this morning, let's look here. Let's look here. The crude is really bouncing around. But let's look here. My God. I'm going to have to block that number. The other trade that we have is when price pulls down. This is a continuation trade, okay? When price starts to pull down toward the BBC, if it doesn't hit the BBC or if the cycle is the wrong color, you have to wait for a close above the trend line, right? It doesn't have to be a full bar like this one is. It just needs to be a close above the trend line, like that one right there. It was just a close above the trend line, and I got long there, okay? Your entry is on the up close above the trend line. in this case. Now you still got to have some kind of divergence down here, all right? For this, you still got to have some kind of divergence, but that's it. Those are the trades that I do in here. Just those two trades. There are other trades. There's a bunch of other trades. All right, there are all these. The inverted 137B, a 137B. This is a 164. This is a 164. This is an inverted 137B. There are other trades that you can take, but those are partner trades, and you have to become a partner before we teach you those. Okay. All right. It appears I missed something over here on the Russell. Okay. And this down close right in here on the Russell at 79.3 is a valid short. Okay. I just shorted 79.4 on the Russell. Stop should be 8 ticks away, and it is. And over here on the gold, you're looking for a down close below the trend line. We're not trending over here on the soybeans. Soybeans are a mess, but we don't have anything here on crude that we can do. So the only trades that we have going right here are the Russell and the gold, possibly. All right, on the gold, we need a down close below the trend line. That would be down there at 93. That would be a momentum trade on the gold. All right, momentum trade there on the gold. Why is it a momentum trade? Because the down close is below the MA1, so the entry is at a point where you would already move your stop to break even. Okay, that's why it would be a momentum trade. I don't take all the momentum trades in here. I take all the slingshot trades that I see, but I don't take all the momentum trades because you know, if a market just doesn't have a lot of follow through, like gold right now, for instance, then the momentum trades on gold aren't likely to do anything. Okay. And the Russell's starting to move. Russell pulled all the way back up to test the BBC. Now, if we get a down close below this black step line right here, that would be a partner trade. That would be a 137 short, I think. Depends what the brown line does down here, but I think if we got a down close, brown line would move down. We really want to see that down close there at 79.3. Crap, it closed up. I really want to see that down close at 79.3. Wanted to see it. All right. Wow. You guys hear that? Do you hear my stomach? It's just crazy. All right. So we just stopped out on that Russell trade. When my yellow arrows cross like that, that's a losing trade. I didn't take the gold though, but I did take the Russell. I said I didn't want to take that gold because it was a momentum trade and there's really no momentum in gold. The momentum was early this morning. Here, I said I was going to show you guys this when the non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate came out this morning. look what happened. If I were there, I would have been selling right here, 2404. Right, yeah, 2403, 2404. I would have been selling right there. That would have been a lot of money. A lot of money. But when you get a big giant move like that in the pre-market, look, and there was another one right here 6 minutes later, then a lot of times you're gonna have a pretty tightly wound day. You see it. So right now the markets that we're down, and we're down 10 in gold, we're down 8 in beans, we're plus 20 in the Russell and plus 4 in crude. Okay. If I had this choice, do I prefer a little more long-term trade range? I feel like the small time frame is more trading. I like what I use, Brian. You know, I've been doing this way for years, but that's not to say that the same thing wouldn't work on a larger time frame. If you went to like an 8-tick range, you know, you can do that. I don't know, I'm sure I have somewhere in here. Maybe I don't in this workspace, but if you flip it to an 8-tick range, then you would be, you know, you'd have to double your risk, but you know, of course, you'd double your profit too. Okay. A down close, actually the black step line's crossed up above on the crude, so nothing there. Nothing over here on the gold. And there was a momentum trade right here. If you had taken it, it would have stopped you out. Nothing here on the Russell either. Okay. So it's 10:34. We're an hour into it. And we are currently plus 4 on crude, plus 20 on the Russell, minus 10 on gold, minus 8 on soybeans. All right. The ES is below the zone, so we can't go long on the Russell. On the natural gas, the black step line just crossed below the BBC, so we can't do anything there. Nothing we can do here on soybeans, nothing we can do on crude, and nothing we can do on gold right at the moment. Okay. I don't know, Alan. You know, some days it's got a lot of follow through, and some days it just doesn't. All right. on the crude, guys, to make sure it's trending, we want to see it close up above this level right here. All right. The Russell, we can't take the long. The crude, okay, the crude just closed up above, so now we can look for more long trades there on the crude. Okay. All right. Here we go. So we'd be looking for an up close above that trend line on the crude. We can't do anything with the Russell on the long side. We can only go short on the Russell because of where the weekly trading zone is. Okay, we want to see maybe you're not looking left to see if you got higher highs and lower lows, Alan, on the crude, because that's an important thing. If it gets choppy, then it's just going to take you out over and over again. All right, 38 is the low. Actually, 37 is now the low. 41 will be the high on that crude. 36 is now the low, so 40 would be the high on that crude. All right, so if you get an up close there at 40, it'd be a long trade on the crude. Okay. I really want to do something with the Russell, but I really can't. Okay. The natural gas, still a little choppy. We need the up close there on the crude. We're not there yet. Need that up close. Ding, ding. There it is. Okay. Now it's above the MA1, or it was above the MA1, so we should move the stop to break even as soon as we get some profit in there. Okay. We want to see the green line get up into the cycle here. We want to see a higher swing put in. That's what we want to see. So I'm just waiting one more tick and I'm going to throw my stop and break even. There it is. Stop and break even. And I'm flat. And now it's going to go. Okay, well that's alright if it goes without me. Just being cautious here. It needs to close up above this level to continue the trend. The crude does. Okay, it's got to close above that level to continue the trend. Natural gas now is starting to pull back. Can take that off. The gas is really slow today. Really slow. Okay. There's our trend line now on the crude. All right, we can't do anything here with the Russell. Sadly, because the ES is right below its weekly trading zone. Now 75, 76 is a zone on the ES, right? The ES doesn't look like it's moved in the last 10 minutes. It's just sitting there. I mean, the bars are taking 5 minutes each on the ES practically. I think it's just dead. I hate that market. an up close on this bar on the crude would be a long trade. It's got a low of 39 and have a high of 43. Okay. All right, and up close there at 43. Ding ding. Up close at 43. We need to close above the MA1 or 4 ticks profit to move the stop to break even. Okay, close above the MA1 or 4 ticks profit. Okay. Come on, get up there. One more tick. It wants to go. We anticipate the green line is going to get all the way up into the cycle, and when it does, we should put in a higher swing. Okay, that's what you anticipate every time you do one of these trades. Natural gas has got nothing here, by the way. Gold looks like it's changed directions. And we got nothing on soybeans. There's close above the MA1, stop to break even on that crude. All right, I'm just going to lock in a tick because there's just no follow through on this right now. Need a nice explosive trade here. But at least we have a trade with no risk, so we'll be satisfied with that for right now. Okay. Come on, get up there. Ah, so close. It wanted to get up there. It wanted to get up above 65.47. What is the bid ask looking like? It's got a little bit of a bias on the upside. Oh, good. Good, James. And you're still getting your goal every day, James? Even though you were doing it kind of messed up with the stops. Good. So the entries were always good. It was just the exits that were messing you up. Grr. One tick. Time is it 10:45? Man, we got to start making some money. This day's gonna hurt our average. All right, gold is testing the BBC right here, guys. If it gives an up close and the cycle stays blue, it would be a long trade at 94.4. Okay. Nothing we can do with the Russell, sadly. All right, there's the up close, and you should be getting long here on the gold. You should have gotten long at 94.4 or 94.5. Okay. 4 ticks profit. Stop should go to break even. All right. I did not get filled on the gold. All right. I tried to, but it didn't happen. So it was right there. It was a spot to get long. And now we're getting a pullback here on the soybeans, but we're at a significant area. I'd really like to see soybeans just change directions here. The ES is still below the zone, so we can't do anything with that. When I say I got my finger on the trigger, what I mean is, you know, I got, like, if I'm expecting it to close up here at 65.56, I got my finger on the trigger right there. All right, I'm just waiting for it. That's what that means. Okay. Back here on the soybeans, low is 18, the high will be 19. 20 is a significant area. I'd really rather see the soybeans just turn around here and go down, but we'll see what happens. An up close here, 51 is the low, 55 will be the high, 53 will be the high. And we ended up missing the gold. We couldn't take the Russell. So this is going to low 49, will have a high of 53 on the crude. There it is. Now that would be, okay, a couple of things with this. One is it's below the MA1, so it's not a momentum trade. Two is the cycle starting to move down against it right here. Okay, the cycle's starting to move down against that trade or that direction. 45 degrees or greater, and you don't want to go long against that, right? 18 over here up to 19. A long trade over there would be an up close at 19 on the soybeans. I'd really rather see the soybeans go down, but we'll see what direction they go in. Okay. Okay, there's the up close on the soybeans, guys. And that is a regular long trade. So I'm in 19 1/4 on the beans. Wow, okay, there they go. Stop to plus 4 ticks on the beans. And I'm out with 4 ticks on the beans. If the beans keep going up, they should get up to 26. Okay, if they keep going up. Watch the gold over here. And up close on this bar on the gold would be a long trade. That would be at 95.9. Okay. The crude is finally starting to come around. All right. There's the up close above the MA1 on the crude. Stop at break even. Let me take off my original stop on that crude. And the gold, I'm long the gold too. 95.9. Okay. On the gold, 4 ticks profit or close above the MA1. On the crude, stops already at break even. I'm just going to lock in a couple of ticks here on the crude and stop at break even here on the gold. All right, I'm flat the crude with a couple, and my stops at break even here on the gold. Stop at plus 1 tick on the gold. The gold needs to get up above 6.4. If we close up above 6.4 on the current bar, then we should do pretty well with this trade. Otherwise, my stop's just sitting at plus 1 tick. The crude just barely put in a higher swing right here. Okay. Those of you guys I don't remember where I did it, but the legs are getting smaller here on the crude. Okay, and I'm flat on the gold with one tick. Alright, now the cycle's going down too steep over here on the crude to keep going long. We didn't put in a higher swing there on the gold, so we're not going long. We're looking for shorting opportunities here on the Russell because we're below the weekly trading zone on the ES, and we got nothing else on soybeans. Did we put in a higher swing? No, we didn't close up above there, so we're not trending on the soybeans. All right, we got rejected from the significant area at 20. Okay, guys, so right now on crude we're +7, on the Russell we're +20, on gold we're -9, and on soybeans we're -4. Okay. On the gold, we didn't put in a higher swing, so we don't have a long trade setting up there. On the crude, we did put in a higher swing, but the cycle's going down too steep. On the soybeans, we didn't put in a higher swing. So far today, Brent, I've taken 5, 10, 15, 25 trades. We didn't put in a higher swing here on the soybeans, so we don't have anything there. The only thing that we have setting up right now really is possibly natural gas and possibly the Russell. Okay. All right. Does everybody in here understand what's going on? Everybody? Anybody have any questions? Marianne, what do the green and red dotted horizontal lines mean? They're dynamic. The red ones are dynamic resistance, and the green ones are dynamic support. Okay, they're painted automatically based on price action. You don't put an order on in anticipation of the close. I do a lot of times, Bart, if I'm paying attention. I do. Pete said, the partner trades work well for me. And it's in until you get the cobwebs out because you've been away a while, but you love the opportunities that they bring to our trading. Great value add. Thanks to you and all the partners. God bless and hope you feel better. Get some rest this weekend if you can. All right, we will see at the top. And I think I'm all caught up with the questions. So if anybody's got any questions that I missed, can you just copy it and paste it again? All right, I'll be happy to answer it for you. Oh, Bert, I haven't even given you eyes yet. Oh, man. There you go. This down close right here is a momentum short trade on the Russell, 80.5. It's already dropped down 3 ticks. I'm not in it, so I'm not going to get in it. Stop should have gone to break even on that already. On the crude, we got a little bit of a cycle reset going on here. All right, this is a larger move up. Now it should pull back and give us more opportunities to go long. Nothing we can do over here on the gold. Again, there's so little follow through on that gold. It just stinks. And natural gas is starting to pull back. Okay, on the natural gas, it's starting to pull back. We're going to low here 725. We're going to have a high of 729. 729. Oops. Okay, we just got that high of 729. You have to move the slingshot? I don't think in the alerts bar, the stuff that Dwayne's doing in the alerts doesn't even use the slingshot. It just uses the MA1 and the BBC. Oh, move to the slingshot. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, then you can start taking the slingshot trades if you want to. Yeah. Oh, the natural gas guys that I said, the up close right there, 929. It started moving. I'm gonna lock in however many ticks profit that is. 4, 5. Ooh, nice. 6. One thing about the gas is when it starts trending, it usually trends really nicely. Okay, we have 7 ticks profit locked in on this. And we want to see the gas keep going up here. Okay, we have 7 ticks profit locked in. We want to see it keep going up. I was wondering where honey was. And I'm flat with 10. That helped. Alright. We really don't have anything here. It's a big mess. The trend line over here goes like that. Natural gas is still going up. It's got another momentum trade from right in here if you wanted to get it from 744. All right, I'm too late for that, but it was right in there, 744. The ES is actually about to set up a short trade. If you get a down close on this bar on the ES, that would be a short trade. 74.75 is the high, 73.75 would be the low. Okay, 74.75 is the high, 73.75 would be the low. The 10 tick profit target, Byron, I do that. Typically when I'm trying to get my goal for the day. All right, I'll take 10 ticks profit, as soon as I can to get my goal for the day. Then the rest of the time I do it with trailing stops usually. On this one here on the natural gas, I just I trailed my stop right up to 10 ticks because it was right there at 10 ticks. I had a feeling it was going to pull back a little bit here, and give us another opportunity, and it did pull back a little, and then it gave us another opportunity, but I missed the other opportunity. Okay, if I had stayed in it, there'd have been another 10 ticks in it for me. Okay, but usually I do that at the beginning of the day, the beginning of the session, when I'm trying to get my goal for the day. You know, when right now we're +7 on crude, we're +20 on the Russell, we're -9 on gold, we're +10 on gas, and -4 on beans. Okay. See what I mean about the gas? I said when it starts trending, it usually trends really nicely. If you can grab those partner trades on the gas and you can get one at a trend change, then you can usually pick up some good money on those. You know, like right over here, the 137, right there, bang. Right here was a 164. Right here is 137. Right here is an inverted 137. Right here is 137 inverted, 137. All right, the gas is pulling back again right here a little bit. All right. Marianne, after 11:30, you mean personally? Depends on the day. Depends what I got going on. You know, but we take a half an hour break. We take a half an hour break between 11:30 and 12, and then we do the recap. I do a recap generally between 12 and 12:30 on the radio show. So that period right there, I usually stop. But that doesn't mean you have to. 47 is low, and this 51 would be the high on that gas. Okay. All right, so currently on the day, guys, we're +7 on crude, +20 on the Russell, -9 on gold, +10 on gas, -4 on soybeans. The gas just closed up with an up close above the trend line right there. Okay, 751 is the spot on that. And that's about the only thing we got going on here. We got a head and shoulder pattern building here. Bearish head and shoulder pattern building on the gold. It's about to set up a short trade, shorting opportunity. Okay. On the gas, you want to see a close above the MA1 or 4 ticks profit in the trade. Move the stop to break even. You see how it's starting to consolidate right here? It's getting ready for the next move. Hopefully the next move is going to be up. And hopefully the consolidation is limited to 5 or 6 ticks that it's got right there. On the gold, if we tap the BBC and we get a down close on this bar, that would be a short trade. There's the tap. Now if we get a down close on that bar on the gold, that would be a short trade at 94.7. Okay. And nothing we can do with the Russell on the long side. Still waiting to see if we get a down close on the ES on the short side. Everything works, Greg. It's just a matter of what you're more comfortable with. You know, some people like the multiple confirmations that we get. in some of these things. There's more of them, I'll say that. There's more of them. I think they work about the same, but there's just a lot more of them. Okay, on the crude, 52 is the high, 48 would be the low. So down close at 48 on the crude would be a short trade. Okay, on the gold, we needed a down close. Well, now we need a down close on this bar. 5.4 is the high, 5.0 would be the low. So we need a down close at 5.0 on the gold would be a short trade. And there it is. And ding ding, there we are. Okay, we're short the gold. On the crude, we need a down close on this bar, 48. All right. I think, let me just blow this up, make sure I drew that trend line well. Yeah, if we get a down close on the crude there at 48, that would be okay. On the gold, stop at break even. Okay, let me get rid of my original stop here on the gold. Gold has so little follow through today. I'm just going to lock in one tick here. It should get down below here. The gold should get all the way down below here, below 94. Okay, that's what should happen on the gold. That's the down close on the crude, 48. There's a lot more to it than that, Latif. All right, on the crude, guys, we're looking for a close below the MA1 or 4 ticks profit. That right there was a close below the MA1. So you want to move your stop to break even as soon as you get a close below the MA1 or 4 ticks profit in the trade. Okay, and that was it. It's now tested the BBC. Hopefully that BBC is going to hold. Push it back up. And push it back down is what I meant. And there it goes. Okay. Now my stop is at break even on the crude, and I just got taken out with 1 tick on the gold. Okay, my stop's at +1 on the crude. And it's still at +1, and it's probably going to take me out right here. And I'm out with 1 tick on the gold. Sorry, do I sound like I'm losing energy? I feel like I'm losing energy. That was 1 tick more on the gold, so we're now -8. Okay, we made it up here on the crude though. Where are we in at 47? Okay, 8 ticks profit on the crude. And I'm flat with 8 on the crude. Alright, and I can move the gold off. We got 1 tick profit on that. The Russell, we can't go long. We could only go short on the Russell if we were going to do anything. On the crude, a down close on this bar would be a momentum short trade. It'd be down at 35. Be a momentum short trade if you want to take it. I don't take all the momentum trades. And we just stopped out on the gas. Okay. Minus 8 ticks on the gas. Alright, so there ended up being no momentum trade here on the crude. And we just got minus 8 ticks on the gas. Okay. We had gotten long gas on the up close over here. All right, it's 11:13, guys. We're almost done for the week here. We're almost ready to head into the weekend. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Yeah, that was. Okay, divergence. When I talk about divergence, what I'm talking about is this green line moving away from the cycle. Okay, now we have divergence here. We have divergence over here. We have divergence here. This is divergence right here. You see how the green line has moved away from the cycle? It's diverged from the cycle. This is bearish divergence because the cycle is the long-term direction and the cycle is down and oversold. So that's bearish divergence. So what you anticipate is that the green line is going to get back down into the long-term direction. The green line has had a short-term move, and you anticipate that it's going to move back in the long-term direction. Okay, that's what you're thinking. Over here, you're anticipating that the green line is going to move up into the long-term direction. Over here, you're anticipating it's going to move down. As it moves down and it gets down into the cycle, you should be putting in a lower swing. Over here, as it gets up into the cycle, you should be putting in a higher swing. Right here, when the cycle starts to go against the direction, if the cycle is going up at 45 degrees, then you could be in a trend change, so you don't want to trade at that point. Okay? But like over here on the ES, we never got that down close over here, so you can get rid of that. But over here on the ES, we have bearish divergence, so you'd be looking for it to go down. Okay. And that natural gas stopped me out pretty much to the tick here, and then it ran all the way up. I was in at 0.2, so actually, was it 0.2? Was it 51 or 50? 50, I think. Yeah, and it stopped me out by 3 ticks, and then it ran. But that's it. Do you understand that, Alan? Does that help? It's really a pretty simple concept. You're just waiting for the green line, short-term direction, to move away from the long-term direction. When it's moved away from the long-term direction, you want to find some area of support if you're going long, or resistance if you're going short, and jump in at that point. Okay. Okay. 11:17, guys. Look at that move up. Stopped me out by a few ticks, and then had this huge move up. Told you, once the gas gets going, it's really a good trending market. Alright, we've got a lower swing in here on the gold. Finally, the gold did something. Now, as we get toward the bottom of the hour and the European markets close, our market should loosen up a little bit. Okay. All right. So I'm looking around here trying to find some place to put a trade on. This is what I'm getting so far. Okay guys, it's 11:19. We're going to be winding it up here in just a few minutes, alright? Watch gold for a down close below a trend line. Watch crude for an up close. Crude doesn't have any divergence yet. Alright, sorry guys. Taylor called. Alright, so we didn't have any trades in here anyway that we could take. Suppose you could take this long trade right here on the crude, 65.46, if you wanted to. Yeah, what the heck is that? The up close after hitting the BBC, it's the up close with bullish divergence. That's what I was looking at right in there. All right. Nothing over here on the natural gas. You just nailed gold long for 8 ticks. Oh, on the partner trade. Good, Alan. Yeah, on the partner trade long from right in here. 94.3. Sweet. Yeah, we had inverted 137 right there. On the gas, there was this inverted 137/164 right there. Right in here, we didn't have anything. Right there, we had an inverted 137. Right here, we had a 137. Right here, we had a 137. So, there were a bunch of trades there, partner trades on the gas that you could have taken. And over here, there was the inverted 137 right there. Okay. Yeah, those of you guys who are on the trial, all these trades that I'm talking to you about, you'll learn all those when you become a partner. You know, we have videos about them, screenshots about them, all that stuff. But, you know, they're counter trend trades a lot of the times, not all the time, but a lot of the time they're counter trend trades. So you can trade from the top to the bottom to the top to the bottom to the top to the bottom, back and forth if you want. All right, it's 11:23, 11:23, and all's well. All right. Wow, these markets are just really choppy right here. You could go short on the gold right here at 94.4 if you wanted to. Okay, you could have gone short on the gold right there at 94.4. Looking for a close down below the MA1. We are trending down. We have lower highs and lower lows, so we should expect it to get down below 93.5. All right. Yeah, everything is slowed right down here. Pete, Frank says, hey. I think Pete's gone though. All right. So this down close right here at 94.4. I'm not in it, but it was right there. You should expect that to get at least down here to 93.5. As the green line gets down into the cycle, you should put in a lower swing, okay? That's what you anticipate every time. That is what you anticipate every single time. Yeah, this was a little choppy over here, the way it everything came together with the green line and the brown line. You see how the brown line is going against the green here, then finally they go up together right there. So you could have gotten long right there with the 137 for the Russell. I'm resting this weekend, Frank. I'm not going anywhere till Tuesday. But I am feeling better right now, today. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Thanks for letting me out of the partners meeting last night. I did it, but I was wiped out. All right, guys, it's 11:26. It's time to wrap it up for the week. Let's do this. Insert. All right, today is the 5th day of December. And today in soybeans, we lost 4 ticks, -4. In the Russell, we made 20. In gas, we lost 8. In crude, we made 15. And in gold, we are at 2. All right, today it took 5 minutes and 3 trades to get to our goal for the day. And we took a total of 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 30 trades today. All right, so on the month so far, we're up $2,292.50. If you apply an $8 commission to every trade we've taken, you'd be up $1,260.50. If you apply a $5 commission to every trade we've taken, you'd be up $1,647.50. Okay, That's where we stand on the month, on the day, on the year. Actually, on the year. On the year is down here. On the year, we'd be up about 73,000. Trading just one contract. Okay. Yeah, they had to cancel it yesterday, though, right, Alan? But you'd be up about 73 grand trading just one contract, 2 hours per day. If you were to add one contract per month, hang on. If you were to add one contract per month, so right now you'd be trading 12 contracts. This would be what the gross number is, $479,747.50. And that's where we are right now on this month. All right. By the end of the month, we should have a better idea. Okay. No, I only trade one contract at a time. Jay, when I say one contract, I mean I'm trading a single contract. When I put an order on, it's only one. It's one contract. That's what I mean. Okay. I trade, a bunch of different markets, but I only trade one contract at a time on the different markets. Okay. That's what I mean. Just want to make sure you understand that. Let me save this thing. Okay. And there. Now the next thing, I'll get some rest this weekend. Wow, they are persistent, whoever that is. All right, so to get into the next session, guys, go to cfrn.net, scroll down in the right-hand side to where it says click here, and click there. And scroll down to where it says watch live now, and click there. And fill out this little form. Once you fill out this little form, you'll be sent a link to get into the next session prior to the next session every business day for the rest of the month of December. Okay, I'll give you this link. Here's the link. And here's the link again. So when I get a 4-hit tick move my stop to break even. But I have not taken profit. That is true. When my stop is at break even, I have not taken profit. I only take profit when I exit the trade. And my stop being a break even doesn't guarantee any profit. Actually, my stop being a break even guarantees a commission payment. That's why I do this other section over here, because none of my commissions are over $8 and none of them are under $5. At least with the trade, with this account, that's the way it is. All right, so I have a range of commissions. Nobody should be paying more than $8, and good for you if you're paying less than 5. Okay, but that's why I put these over here. This is the gross number. When I put a trade on, if I move my stop to break even, I don't take any profit at that point. And it comes back out and takes me out of break even, I don't take any profit. I mark, it counts as me taking a trade, but not as getting any profit. The only time I get profit is when you see me start dragging my stop up. Okay, like, right here on the natural gas. 804. See, like right here on natural gas. Now this isn't going to count toward the room. Oops, I just got out of break even. I'm going to get back in. 803. Now when you see me start dragging my stop up, oops, this is going to stop me out. When you see me start dragging my stop up, that's when I'm taking profit. Okay, when I put my stop at break even, there's no profit in it for me at that point. Okay, but it's going to move up here. I just got to will it. I got to will it up. Anyway, this isn't going to count toward the room no matter what I get. But so I've showed, Yeah. Well, I mean, per enlist, you got to get paid too, John. So I showed you guys how to get into the next session. I showed you the spreadsheet. And with that, I am going to shut off the recording. Okay, recording is off. And I think I'm going to stop out on this trade. You know, one more tick right there. And that happens to be right where the BBC is. It's probably pulling back to the BBC here. But whatever, doesn't really matter. I'll manage it. Is there an after show with Dwayne? Yeah, Dwayne will be on. Oh, you mean later on this afternoon? I don't know if Dwayne's going to do one this afternoon. Okay. You know, he was up late last night. Hmm. All right. All right, guys, with that, I'm going to wrap it up, and we'll catch you all at the top of the hour. John, I can send you a link to a different one if you want. This one's going to take a while to create, so I can just send you one to a different one if you want. Okay. Here, let me bring this over here. And look in here. Do that, and this, and this. Okay. I just sent it to you. BT. I can send you that information too. Okay. Oh, I forgot. There's an open house today, isn't there? Is today an open house? There must be, because I see some guys in. I see people who are in here who are not actually on the trial. Okay. That's all good. BT. Oops. Let me do that. What I did mean to do was this. This and this. Holy mackerel. There we go. All right. Now, BT, if you read through this whole thing, you'll see. All right. That's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll catch you all at the top of the hour. I did stop out on that natural gas. Crude just made a nice move up. Could have got it back there. The Russell right here, 6 ticks. All right, with all that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll catch you all at the top of the hour, okay? I've given you the link to get in there. Let me give you my phone number, all right? My phone number is 1-949-423-6464. If anybody has any questions about anything, give me a call, all right? You can call me or you can email me at support@cfrn.net. There. Support@cfrn.net. All right, so you can email me, you can call me, you can send me a letter if you want. But that's it, guys. We're going to wrap it up, and we'll catch you at the top. Thanks for coming. Hope you all made some money today. It wasn't a great day today. You know, we've had, up until today, we were averaging $500 a day. But now we're 5 days in, and we're averaging $470 a day. Looks like something like that. Still less than 500. All right. With that, we're gonna wrap it up, and we'll catch you at the top of the hour. Thanks, guys. Oh, wait a minute. If you have not taken a free trial with us, I showed you how to take the free trial, didn't I? I forgot. I got to do that part. I was assuming that everybody's already in here on the free trial. But on the open houses, if you have not taken a free trial, go to cfrn.net. Right here where it says register for a free trial, put in your name, put in your email address, click register for a free trial. Once you do that, you'll be sent a confirmation link. You got to click the confirmation link. We don't know you took the trial. Okay. So go to cfrn.net. Right here, put in your name, put in your email address, click register for a free trial. In the free trial, you get access to the indicators, you get access to the live trading room, you get access to Dwayne and myself. Okay? That's it. Really this time, that's it.
Bert.